A thread by Brian Cates. From Justice.gov, WikiLeaks founder charged in superseding indictment. Brian responds, Assange was not the passive recipient of stolen classified documents. As we've known for some time, he was guiding, directing, and picking targets for hacking. When the laws about protecting classified government information were set up, it was assumed most of the cases that be covered under these laws about publicizing classified info would be passive news outlets where the info was being handed off to them by the criminals. Nobody ever looked forward into the future and pictured a digital revolution that swept the world from around 1985 to 2010, where hacking would become a real problem. Let me state for the record, hackers and people who steal classified information are not heroes by definition. WikiLeaks is an organization that exists to trade and traffic in stolen classified government documents. Now, it's true that some of the stolen classified documents WikiLeaks publicized have had positive results and brought government malfeasance to light. But nobody in the United States or any other country ever elected Assange and the WikiLeaks staff to decide what is and what is not in the public interest, what should remain a secret, and what should be exposed. I didn't vote to hand him that power, and you didn't either. Here's what people miss. Assange and the people at WikiLeaks are virulent anti-American leftists. Their own personal political calculations are going to play a role in what they decide to publish and what they don't publish. So, the fact that the DOJ is saying it has evidence that Assange was not merely the passive recipient of stolen classified material is very relevant to what's going to happen to him. Because if Assange is an active participant in directing and guiding the hackers who are doing these thefts, even going so far as to point them to particular government offices and listing for them what he wants them to steal, yeah, he's going to prison. Here's the new relevant information in the superseding indictment that was unsealed today. Quote, in 2010, Assange gained unauthorized access to a government computer system of a NATO country. In 2012, Assange communicated directly with a leader of the hacking group LulzSec, who by then was cooperating with the FBI, and provided a list of targets for LulzSec to hack. With respect to one target, Assange asked the LulzSec leader to look for and provide to WikiLeaks mail and documents, databases, and PDFs. In another communication, Assange told the LulzSec leader that the most impactful release of hacked materials would be from the CIA, NSA, or the New York Times. WikiLeaks obtained and published emails from a data breach committed against an American intelligence consulting company by an anonymous and LulzSec-affiliated hacker. According to that hacker, Assange indirectly asked him to spam that victim company again. In addition, the broadened hacking conspiracy continues to allege that Assange conspired with Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning to crack a password hash to a classified U.S. Department of Defense computer. Far from being a passive recipient, what's alleged here, and what the U.S. Attorney would have to prove in the courtroom, is that Assange was actually an active participant in these hacking thefts. This could all be just more pressure trying to convince Assange to cooperate and give up the source of the DNC emails, which did not come from Russians or from Russian hackers. Thus far, he has resolutely kept his mouth shut. We already know that the Russians hacked the DNC servers claim from CrowdStrike has zero evidence to support it. Eventually, it's going to come out who stole those emails and gave them to WikiLeaks, whether Assange cooperates or not.